good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are. Can you all hear me okay? Just put a plus if you can hear me okay. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Okay, today I'm using a different setting, so I wasn't sure if my microphone is working okay. So, welcome. Today we're going to talk about Global Union Pay, the payment system that is going to be integrated in everything that we do uh, here. So if we can move on to the next slide, please. If we can move to the next slide. Okay, so many of you already know me. For those of you who are new, who just attended this presentation, my name is Martial Niyonzima. I am a project manager. I'm a member of Ambassadors Council, vice president within the Evorich partner program. I'm a blockchain enthusiast, and I also hold a master's degree in computer science, which I, um, I attend a few years ago, and I am glad at least it's a degree that also served me in this day in the age. And I'm also an entrepreneur and a speaker. That's about me. So I can see we have a lot of audience from all over the place. That's great. So if we can move on to the next slide, please. Let's move on to the next slide, get into the nitty gritty. Right. I'm going to, this is what you see in front of you is our roadmap up to October this year. Okay, so we've got a long roadmap, pretty much like a 4 years roadmap, but we thought with this presentation, we will show the roadmap up to May, up to May this 2021 short-term goal, what we are planning to achieve. As you all know, in January, pretty much like December, there has been a lot of work in the background, researching what platform that will be able to serve our community in terms of the payment systems. And this company was the idea of it started in December 2020. The first bank account was opened. This process in Lancashire for testing among team leaders and ambassadors. They started to test it. People to open a bank account within the system in Lancashire. Many of you, Lancashire is a small country in Europe, but which has different kind of banking regulation like Switzerland, basically. So in favor of most of people. Okay. Um, Now in January 2021, um, we started the launch. The launch happened, and the two new more bank were added, and from Lithuania. And that's why sometimes when you send a payment or etc., you can see the bank address it is Lithuania and one in Luxembourg. Okay, and March, what we are planning in March this month, and this is a plan. Remember, plan can always change because with this pandemic where we are at the moment, especially with the shipping of cards and all this kind of stuff, logistic can be delayed. But the plan is in this month, the blue and the gold card should be available and be ready to be ordered. Okay, and in April, we're planning to receive the banking license, the OCT, which is original credit transaction, and I will be explaining a little bit later what that is about, which is like a money transfer license, which also you can transfer money to any card. Okay, and in May 2021, um, we will have, if everything is going to go according to plan, we will have our app uh, on App Store, on iOS and Android devices. So you will be able to have the app for JUP on on the phone, on your mobile phone, on the go. How amazing would that be, guys? How amazing would that be? I know it's a little bit late for some people, and maybe early morning. It's late afternoon in the UK. So now let's move to the next slide, guys. Let's move to the next slide. Next slide, please. Brilliant. Okay, so now what operation you know people might be asking, well, this GUP we've been seeing and in everywhere. What is it? Okay, what does it offer to clients? Okay, now this system, it is like 21st century system because it is built on a blockchain, and you all know the future in banking and if you've been following cryptocurrency market, the blockchain industry, you can see that everything is moving towards the blockchain, and um, we have a cutting edge technology within the system. Now you might be thinking, oh, I've been having issues, etc. We are trying to combine the traditional banking system with the future, which is not easy because the future is fast, but when you try to also integrate the traditional, which is still slow, they can hold you a little bit back with these KYC, these AML. But unfortunately, we have to go through that process in order to operate at international level. Okay, so what does he offer? You will have fiat currency inside your system. You've seen that you can have euros, pound, euros, dollars, and Swiss franc, and you can send it, you can receive it, and you can also exchange between this within the system between those different currencies. And you also have cryptocurrencies. So you can buy within itself. So imagine guys, I know at the moment, some of you probably don't have access to it, but once you start to have access to it, you see that within inside, you kind of have an exchange within inside the system of cryptocurrency at the same time with fiat as well. So, and then also you can have some what we call OTC, over the counters asset. So you'll be able to buy and store within the vault. You'll be able to buy and like precious metal, for example, inside. So within our system, you'll be able to trade currencies, cryptocurrency, fiat currency, and precious metals. So you have a system that can help you keep your assets safe within a Swiss vault. All right. Let's move on to the next slide, please. Now, what do the clients get? Okay, I just finished to explain to you what our system offer within inside, but what do you get as a client or any client that you will be able to maybe invite in the future within this system? Easy access, easy stuff to process. You have a free back office which you can use. You can monitor all your assets, and now that you will have on App Store and Android, so you can also have it on a mobile on the go. You will have access to SEPA transfer for those of you within the European Union, and a Swift international transfer for the people outside. You can deposit, you can withdraw your funds. You have multi-currency kind of platform within inside cryptocurrency I just explained. At the moment, you have like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC stablecoin, which is a stablecoin. Okay, and you will be able also to have access to the prepaid MasterCard, which is going to be a game changer in a way, because access to your money, it will be so easy. It doesn't matter wherever you are if you manage to pass the KYC. Now, you will also get security. Your asset will be secure because this system, it has to abide by international standard like AML, anti-money laundering, regarding the prevention of terrorism, financing, etc., all that kind of stuff that the bank system want to prevent. The system. It is also integrated with the global pass. Now, I know many of you has been saying that, oh, I've been verified in Evorich or in other platform. Why am I not being verifying here? Because here you are in Evorich, you are dealing with customer support, our own customer support, to check your document manually, and they are not, because we are in the back office, we are not playing to any financial system. We are not responsible for any financial regulators. So it was okay for our staff to check our document, and it's fine. They can accept it because they can see the identity. However, this when you're playing with the banking system, when you want to get into the banking system level, everybody has to be qualified to do it, to do the KYC. Everybody have to be qualified to be an AML officer. Not everybody. You go to school, you have qualification, and you have to pass that. It's not that you have anybody can just do it. Okay, so we have an integration with the Global Pass, which is an international system for checking a full identification. Now, these companies, they have rules they have to follow. They have documents that they can accept. Now, with some countries that are blacklisted by banking system, it will be very difficult for those countries to pass the KYC without identification, without a passport, international passport. So you have, if you've been asked to provide an international passport, try your best to get it, because you won't be able to use this system without it. It is not a must, but it gives you the time to get that passport. I always tell people, look, I was having a chat last time with someone. I said, look, if, for example, I tell you that you're going to meet Andrey in Moscow, and he's going to give you the best gift you ever have, but you have to have a passport, and then you have to travel to Minsk or to Russia. Okay, I bet within, I don't know, within 10 days, you will have your passport ready, right? Who here can agree with me that if you have that chance, you will do whatever it takes to get that passport? Just put the chat if you would be able to do that. Okay, cool. I can see a lot of yeses, of course. So when people say, the passport costs a lot, the passport, I can't have this, I can't have that, it is because you don't see as is a big thing. Okay, once you understand the ease you will have, because the system that you have in your at your fingertips, right, with a mobile, and you can be anywhere around the world. You'll be able to transact with the whole world, right? You'll be able to transact. You will be able to have a Swiss bank account. Now, I'm not trying to say whatever, but having a bank account in Switzerland as a foreigner outside, it is not easy. Do your research and have a look how difficult it is. Okay, even rich people, they find it difficult to get it. So you have a system that will allow you to provide you this. So please do what it takes. It is not a lot to ask. Don't let the passport, the fact that you don't have the passport, every country provide a passport. So do whatever it takes, because it is not us. It is an outside company, and they have, in order for us to protect ourselves, to don't get in trouble with the regulation, we had to collaborate with a global company, like a Global Pass, in order to provide this service for us. Okay. And also, a third thing that you will get comfort, because 24/7 for any business to business, or business to customer, business B2B, which is business to business, B2C, which is business to customer, and C2C, which is customers to customers, because between customers you can transact, you can send send money to each other. So also you have a high speed operation. Now, if you send money to another customer, it's instant, it's quick, it's fast. Okay, and you will have a mobile app on your phone. Wherever you are, you just need internet, and you'll be able to have access to the international banking system. Crazy. It's very big, guys. It's very big. Okay, and then also you have an international team of customers with technical support 24 hours. Okay, let's move to the next to have a look at different type of cards that you will be able to have access. Now, many of you probably already have access to the virtual card at the moment, and these are the fees. Again, some of these fees, they don't come to us all of it. Some of the fees is charged by these MasterCards itself, okay? And you can have a look at different, if you've been dealing with, other cards, for example, the charges that we are charging, it is not outrageous. And by the way, the money, some of the fees, the income we generate from other, I will be sharing you a little bit later. It will be coming back to us at some point as a community, as our community, okay? The standard physical debit card is going to cost this much, and these are the fee. Again, very transparent. You know upfront what kind of fees you will pay in upfront before you make a decision. Make sure you take a screenshot or whatever. You can refer to it a little bit later. Now you can see the activation fees. You can see the shipping of your card once you started to order. Okay, all the fees are upfront for you to get to know. All right, so let's move to the next slide, please. Now this is the card which is like another level, which is called gold card. This is one of the card and the previous one that like you saw on our roadmap that are planned. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, if the logistic is okay to be accessible at least this month or latest next month. Okay, and this again, these are the fees, and you can see as higher you go, it's 150 euros per year if you pay in one off. If you want to pay monthly, it will come up to like 180 euros per year. Okay, but you can see the top up is free. You can get if you recommend someone, I will be sharing you a scenario. If you recommend someone, do we have like an Evorich compensation plan, Evorich bonus plan applying to the sale of the cards, and you will have to get a new structure or do anything like that. The Evorich bonus plan we also apply for the sales of the cards. Okay, this is the gold one. So if we move to the next one, which is the platinum card, the metal card, the next slide, please. If we move to the platinum card, this is the card I'm very excited about. But again, this is not going to be for everybody. But if you are someone who wants to have more availability, big amount of money to withdraw on ATM machine, this is the card for you. But it will cost around 300 euros per year if you pay in advance, obviously plus shipping. And if you just want to decide to pay monthly, it will come around 360. But it's one time of activation, which is 500 euros. All right, it might seem a lot, but to look at this convenience you get, and also because you are part co-owner, right? So it's like I always tell people, look, if you have a shop, and one of your friends also have a shop, would you go to shop your food to the next door neighbor shop, or would you rather shop in your own shop? Which one would you rather do? So you have two shops, or you have one shop and your neighbor have a shop. Would you go to your neighbor shop, or would you go to your shop? Your own shop, of course. I mean, it's not brainer, because this is why. And if you look, because I've compared to the other cards I have with other providers, it is not far off. Even though they might give it to you for free, they get that money back from the fees they charge you for every transaction. Trust me, I use Wirex, and Wirex, when you make a transaction, a conversion, it just rip you off. Within one transaction, you can just pay like 250 per transaction for conversion. So even though they might offer you for free, they will recover their transaction in one way or another. They're not giving it to you for free. Don't be fooled that you get it for free. Unless here you have the prices in advance, you can see it, and you part corner of it as well. Okay, so this price, you know what ahead, you know what it is, etc., rather than hidden fees. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Okay, great. Now here, you remember I was telling you about the OCT, the original credit transaction and money transfer to any card. Now, we're going to offer these services to other businesses, okay? Other businesses, we have provide these services, because once you have this license, you can also, give these to other companies. I just want to show you the calculation of potential dividends that the company might be able to pay out from the income they receive. So if we manage to get like 1 million users, I mean, this is not, even if we just get only our community, which is over 1.6 billion users, but let's just forget about that, and we think, okay, we're gonna get 1 million users from our people and for the people outside as well. And if these people, they use our card, they use our system, and they top up like $1,000 every month, man, this is going to be easy, because in the future you will be using this this process. You're going to use this system to withdraw your bonuses, for example. Okay, so imagine, I don't know, some people are making $1,000 in our business easily, and then you top up in there for monthly expense, and if you do that every single month, I'm sure we're going to get more than 1 million. And this will generate, for the fees alone, our company will generate, like if you look at turnover that it will be going through the system, it will be just a monthly, it will be about $1 billion that can go through the system, looking at these figures. Now, if we say that every time we earn only 1%, every month we earn 1% of these volume that's going through the system, that's $10 million every single month just from this system. Okay, and just from this activity alone. Now imagine if we this is pretty much, if you've been looking at how much it's been paid out as as loyalty bonuses every single month, this is a little bit more than what is paid out for the loyalty bonuses. So this could be another income stream which is going to add on top, and we can get a piece of that as dividends. Okay, so this is what I was explaining to you. This is like your own shop. Why would you rather go to Wirex, and they might give you the card for free, or any other provider, but then they get that money back through hidden fees? Here you've got upfront fees, etc., and some of the money will come back to you. All right, and then you have an opportunity to earn an income from it as well if you sell this card. Now let's go to the next slide, please, and let's talk about the global pass, the verification system. I can see many people here have say it takes too long, and etc. Yes, it's true, but remember, guys, we are in the middle of transforming, right, of changing our company forever and for the better. And when you are trying to combine the future of money, the future of banking, and with the traditional, there will always be some challenges. Okay, there will always be some challenges. That's why many banking systems, big banking systems, they've been resisting to be on the blockchain, but now they're coming on board. Okay, so don't let these small issues. I know everybody's excited, but we're gonna get there. Okay, just look at the bigger picture of where we are heading, and we don't want to jeopardize this by rushing too quickly, by cutting corners, because if you cut corners here, your license can be taken away. Okay, you don't want that. Nobody wants that in our company to happen. So let's be patient and do what is required, especially that passport. Don't make excuses about that passport. You can get it, because if I tell you that Andrey will offer you, I don't know, some gift worth $10,000, you will get that passport within a week for sure. Okay, so let's look at the global pass verification system. Okay, when you register in our system, you get the email and you get confirmation, right? And that's the email. Just number one, just email get verified. And then you want to confirm the phone. Again, you will get an email that you have been verified, your phone has been verified. And then another one, you need to verify your face. You need to do like you show. It's very simple stuff on your camera. Make sure you have a camera on your computer or on the phone and just follow. And then you will get an email say that you've been verified. Now, that is only this process, this step that's been verified, not the whole process, okay? And then you get another process which you need to verify your document as well within the same process where you verify your face, etc., etc. And then you fill the application form about what is your intention to use this money. Now, if you have opened an account with some of the regulated exchanges, such as Coinbase, such as Kraken, you will have come across that you have to do all of this stuff because they are verified. They have to also abide by the banking rules. So they have to do all this verification. You have come across this. It's not something new. It's not what this company just does, okay? It is the norm. Okay, so you need to say, okay, what is your main goal of opening this account? Because remember, guys, you're opening like a bank account in Switzerland. So they need to know what your intention to use that this account for. And you have the most of the thing here that people struggle with is the verification of your address. Now, there is so many documents you can give, so many documents you can give to people, utility, but they need to be translated into English or they need to be in Roman characters, okay? So it can be banks. Now, if you have a document which is 7 pages or 5 pages, they need to see all of those pages. Just scan them and they need to see all those pages, okay? Do not provide such things such as your certificate in your back office of the crew point and show your address that they will accept this stuff, okay? This is not us, and you guys need to understand, and you need to tell the people in your team that this kind of stuff, we are playing at a different league. It is not kind of corner league anymore, right? It is an international banking system league, and we have to abide by those rules. And the proof needs to be within 3 months. Some people send things that's been over a year, the address, and it's very clear that it can't be older than 3 months. Some people send their passport, which is a month left on their passport. You won't even be allowed to travel with just 1 month left on your passport. You won't be able to get a visa anywhere. Okay, so please understand, be careful, make sure if you don't want to be rejected, right? And then you have to go at the back of the queue, make sure you take the time and you do the right documentation. Okay, so now let's talk about the most exciting stuff. If we go to the next slide, please. Oh, I thought we were this slide. Apologies, I was explaining and the people didn't see that. Okay, so if we move, it's all in all the languages, they can see all of this stuff. I was just talking about this, I thought it was displayed. Let's now, who is excited, before we move to the next slide, who is excited to know how much you can make? Okay, not just with this dividend I just explained, but how much you can make by selling the cards. Who is excited? Before I go, I want to know who's excited to know the potential income you can get from this. I can see some people are excited. Good stuff. Good stuff. So let's move to the next slide, please. Let's move there. I want to show you the potential active income. Again, it's not a passive income. This is an active income. You have to do something, okay? If you understand the value of this system, if you understand the value what this is providing, then you recommend to other people in order for them. And if we all put our money we are earning through this system, you saw the example, some of the percentage will come back to us. So I rather shop with my own shop that go into somebody else's shop. Okay, I want you to get that. Now let's give you the scenario that we all know. Scenarios, easy scenarios as agent and as a consultant, the small basic level. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Let's look at an agent. Okay, this is how you can qualify with agent using the sale of cards. Okay, so if you want to become, if you want to earn this income and encourage people also to go up the career ladder using just this product. Okay, now in our community we've got, so in Evorich community we have, remember, it's a shopping mall with a lot of shops. This is one of the shop. Okay, the Global Unit Pass is one of the, Global Unit Pay is one of the shop within Evorich community. So let's show you here this as an agent within the Evorich. Okay, and remember I've told you that the Evorich comp plan will apply to the sale of the cards. And let's look at the big cards. Okay, why? Because I've shown you the value of what the cards offer you. Everybody, whether you're an agent, whether you should be aiming to the 500 cards, because you need to have a lot of opportunity. It will encourage you to also earn big money because you have a card that gives you unlimited spend on ATM, not these 400 per day or whatever, these etc. Let's have a look at the agent. You're an agent, and you're a partner. And then I don't know, you buy yourself a metal card, and then you recommend other people to buy the metal card. So the first two people and the other two people, they just buy a gold card, for example. Okay, and the 100, let's just put 100 for easy number calculation. All right, let's look at the potential income. Again, if you see any error in the number calculation, please do let me know, but I think it is correct. But let's see. Let's move to the next slide. As an agent, okay, let's move to the next slide, please. Okay, so as an agent, let's imagine that you do the 5 by 5. Remember, we have a promotion that is going and all the way to end of September, October. Okay, end of October, you do the 5 by 5. Okay, you do the 5 by 5. This is based on a 5 by 5. So on your first level, you have 5 people, which you have sold. These the what you call it, the metal card, and you get 5 by 5. So your first level, you will earn $40. Now you think this is also, this is small, right? And that this is the power of this level down, and then you encourage, you train the other 5 to also do the same with the 5. Just with this product alone, you earn 35 on the second level. And then the more you go deeper as an agent, I'm talking about here, you're not moving, but this is assuming you stay as an agent, but we all know that you will be moving up the career ladder. But I just want to make the numbers simple without complication, what is possible, even if as just an agent, what you will be able to earn. And on your 6th level, with this amount of people, if you've done 5 by 5, this is the potential total income, 43,000. Now, you might think, okay, this is nothing, okay? But you can see that it's something better where with just this product and with the compensation plan that we have with Evorich. Now, let's move to another exciting, the 2nd level, consultant. Now, who's here can agree with me before we move to the, so let's move to the consultant level. Who can here agree with me that becoming a consultant within our business, it is not really that very difficult. It is not really that very difficult. It is not very difficult. I think they missed one of the person. So it is not that very difficult to become a consultant. So a consultant, because if you buy remember at the beginning, you took also the metal card yourself, showing lead by example, and then you just encourage everybody else, the 5 by 5. I just made only this 5, but just to show the image to make it easier. But if you look, for example, and the next level, let's go to the next slide, please, where we can show the figures of 5 by 5 if you build 5 by 5. Okay, and look at the money now from the agent, and now you go to the consultant. Look what is potential. Okay, and again, this is us assuming that you stay consultant, but we all know you're not going to stay consultant. You're gonna be moving the career ladder. So this is just the minimum you will be able to earn, but by going up the career ladder, your income will also increase. The percentage will go even more higher, right? So you will earn more than that. We're just doing the 5 by 5 with the same number of people. If you was a consultant, or I didn't want to do examples of leader manager or manager because the number will be crazy and will become to some people unrealistic, but it is realistic with just this one product. And this one product is a hot product, guys. Okay, this is a sexy product because you're gonna be using it for so many other things. It's gonna make your life so much easier to spend your money. It's gonna make with an app, I mean, and many more new things coming. And you know, you are working in a shop, you are buying stuff that you know the money is gonna come back to you at some point. Now that is a happy shop. You got to shop, guys. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. So this was it was just at the end. I just wanted to show you what is a potential for what we have. Now I know there have been some complaint about the system, the verification. Yeah, we do hear that, we do understand. Okay, but keep an eye to the bigger picture of where we are heading. Okay, because when you think of the obstacle, you can get caught up by in a negative thought, but try to think in where we are going, where we will be. Last time I showed you our 4 years roadmap. Okay, think where we are going. This small let me give you an example. With the Bitcoin, for example, the people who 5 years ago or 4 years ago or 6 years ago, where people you couldn't spend, when the government was calling a scam, or big investor was calling a scam, and if some people were complaining, they sold their stuff. How do you feel? How do you think they feel right now? Right? So these are small obstacles, but we are moving forward. We are changing the dead current financial system to try to make it easier. Now, this obstacle we are encountering is because the traditional system is trying to stop. Many of you have tried to send money, and the bank will say no. Your bank say no. I have experienced that myself in the UK, where the bank actually declined it, and I had to call them and say no. You need to send it. It's me who authorized it. Then they do it. Some of the people has been refused, and it is your money in that bank account, and they refuse to send you money, and they tell you that if you continue to complain, we're gonna shut down your account. Some people have had this experience. So, guys, we are on your side. We are trying to make it easier for the payment to be easier in the future, and also for the way you can spend your money to be easier in the future. But it's not going to be an easy road, because you are trying to change, you are trying to come from baby to a secondary school or primary school age without going to we call it here nursery, I don't know, kindergarten place. Okay, so we are jumping the loops, but the goal is bigger. All right, so we are going to, let's see if Valentin is here. We are going to leave some few minutes for the Q&A. We're going to leave some few minutes for the Q&A. Okay, I see. If Valentin is in there, you can allow him to be a co-host as well. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, guys, and I hope you have seen the vision. You've seen what is possible, and if you agree, and now that you see the vision, and next time you are asked to provide a passport, even if you don't have it, don't let that be a stopper. Okay, think when you're gonna start to earn millions. Think when you're gonna start to earn hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. You know, you're gonna be ready to spend it with the gold card, with the metal card. But if you are not ready, you're gonna be stuck. So spend, I don't know how much your passport costs, but I'm sure it doesn't cost more than the opportunity you will lose. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. So is there any Q&A? That I don't see any. Okay, I can see some of the questions. Let's have a look. Okay, so how much can I transfer my bonus account wallet to group? No. Okay. Again, let me explain to you why. Not at the moment, anyway. Okay, but in the future it will. In the future it will happen. The bonus, all the bonus accounts will be going. You will be able to use to send them to the global unit pay. It is coming. It is not happening right now, but it is coming. Okay. Um, gonna transfer. Okay, thanks, Rita. I can see you're answering some of the question. Okay.
Marshall, for how long the bank card is going to be issued? Like, what's the expiry date there? A year, 2 years?
You mean you mean when?
No, like when you have a card, when they issue a card for you, any card, like platinum or gold.
Yeah, it's going to be the standard. It's going to be like the standard because the cards are coming from Mastercard, so it's the usual standard, like I don't know, 2 to 3 years. But there is a renewable membership fee that you'll be paying every year. Yeah. Okay, so is did that answer the person question, Derek, Dennis? How long should I wait to
Yeah,
reapply?
Valentin says that he's here and ready.
All right, it's okay. He's in Russia. Okay, so guys, Valentin is here. He's the head of a Global Unipay, so he will be able to answer more of the inside questions of when the payment, when the cards, etc., etc. So fire up, and he is in Russian room, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, maybe Valentin, maybe start with the question in Russian room and then the
Good evening,
interpreter.
Marshall.
Hi, hi, Valentin. Yeah, cool.
Guys, can you see and hear me quite well? Using the scale from 1 to 10, please give me the feedback whether what Marshall said is clear to you about the payment system and its features. I see English and Russian chats at the same time. I see 7, 9s, 5, 11. I like it the way he presented, and in particular about the passports, international passports, as this is a very small thing or barrier which can actually impede our access to this system and all its benefits. If a passport is a must, please go and get it. We will go and get it. There will be the recording. Well, in terms of the cards, I'd like to add as well. We are in process of getting the cards. There were some challenges with the shipment. At least we got the pictures of the standard MasterCard for 3 years with our logo. They are being shipped, but the delivery process will take longer than expected initially. Next week, we expect that we will get it. And as Marshall said, 3 types of cards, and each person actually selects the one that suits him best. And moreover, through our active partners who also reviewed the market and analyzed the fees for other payment systems. So the simplest plastic cards and the fees are more or less the same. plus minus ranging from 0.5%. But look, here we collaborate with very powerful jurisdiction, and to avoid a situation that the account is blocked because of the unknown reason. But here our idea is to keep and to have our money in full safety and security. And moreover, I have a good friend of mine who actually were blocked, the accounts were blocked in our payment systems such as Wirex, and quite substantial amounts of money. There were these amounts and cryptocurrencies, and then the price went up and the Wirex blocked their accounts without any explanation. But look, it's quite strange. And therefore, in this case, we opt for the safety and security of our money, and to anticipate all your questions. Those partners who, because of any reasons, failed to get their verification, go to your back office and have a look that your status is still in process. And if it is still in process and you're waiting since January, please contact our support team in the back office of Evorich. Write down your email, your login, and your unique ID if possible, as January actually has already been processed, and all those registered in January, they are checked and audited, and quite likely your verification failed because you didn't read the instructions, you didn't see how to do it properly. We have some cases of submitting the documents 5 or 7 times, and those partners who were rejected starting from the second or the third time, our team of compliance officers, we did our best to handle the case of each person. But because it takes a lot of time to restart consideration of all people and we see the same mistakes, these documents and questionnaires and applications with the mistakes in, they are not considered at present. So firstly, we will consider all those applications of other partners who have read all the documents and followed all the instructions. And only afterwards, we will consider these people who submitted their documents several times and still rejected. Good evening. My account hasn't been verified for 2 months. Once again, please contact our support team, your email, your login, and your unique ID, if possible, of 6-7 digits with letters and figures. In addition to the card, do we have simply wallets like Advocash? Look, when you open your back office, your Global Unit Pay account, you will see there that there are different options available. You may order your settlement account, the so-called IBAN, in different currencies, depending on the currency you like more. For instance, euro and a bank in Lithuania, and then you can make SEPA transfers. When you open your account in US dollars, then you can make SWIFT transactions. So this is your settlement account, and there is a common, a normal account you may transfer money to from one user to another instantly with no commissions charged. You may use cards, as Martial said above. There are physical and virtual cards. You may order a virtual card even today, now, right now, it is available. And you are all active participants and partners, and therefore deposit your accounts and deposit your virtual card. Try to make a payment. So some payments may fail because for some services they need confirmation with short message, SMS message. So more comprehensive system of safety. Or there are simpler ones. So for instance, I can pay with my phone and with no problem. And there is an option to transfer currency from fiat to crypto and vice versa. We even had partners who got cryptocurrency, converted it into fiat, and sent fiat to their settlement account in Europe. So to someone, it may seem quite complicated, but it is possible and it's a reality. And I'd like to ask you here, please write down in our chat, put a plus if you have heard of such an exchange called Coinbase. Put a plus if you did, if you have. Well, mostly you have. If you haven't, then search on the internet, quite well known. And I have an account there. But look, quite recently, Coinbase announced that they want to go IPO, and Coinbase was appraised 90 billion or 100 billion US dollars. So quite substantial appraisal, as it is very popular and large scale. And immediately I'd like to note those who use Coinbase, please write down in the chat if in your Coinbase account you have a possibility to open international accounts, bank accounts, such as IBAN, to have fiat money, US dollars, euro, Swiss francs. Do you have this opportunity, this chance,
No.
if you use this exchange? But can you in Coinbase order your own card for you to transfer money to your card? In English room, they say no, whereas there is one guy in the Russian room who says yes. But can you get cryptocurrency in Coinbase and convert it immediately into fiat money and go and spend it immediately? Can you do it? For someone, it's easy, but for Coinbase, some functions are not accessible compared to what we have. And I am open with you. Those options available at Global Unit Pay are much better than at other platforms. We may not be as popular as they are today, and we don't have this range of banks and cryptocurrencies like other exchanges. But the idea here is that we have the power to advertise, and not actually advertise and promote, but to work so that our system is not international only, but it is globally known. And the capitalization of Global Unit Pay will be much higher than 100 billion appraisal of Coinbase, taking into account our database of users, those people who will promote, and the marketing tools. And this is an instrument that allows you to earn money on the sales of cards. It will be single time payment under the marketing plan, as the Evorich company has this unique agreement. But at the same time, this is another chance for future development of the company, a chance to keep your assets. And we have a unique license, asset management. And through this license, any person verified in Global Unit Pay, for instance, may store and keep her money in gold, buy gold, and this gold will be kept physically in a bank in Liechtenstein. And it's great, guys. Put a plus if you want to use the maximum options available through the Global Unit Pay. In Switzerland, they call it private banking. And many people, some people, with these payment systems, but they use them for some personal purposes, whereas in this case, we may not only use it for our personal purposes, for our partners and our company, but we may develop globally. In addition to that, we have a request from other partners from different companies. They need payment services, payment systems to actually receive, accept their money, accept cryptocurrencies. And this is a unique instrument. And my congratulations to all of us, because you are all a participant of the global unit pay payment system and Evorich group of companies. So let's come back to our questions. The payment system. Can we withdraw from Sberbank Bank the incomes of over 10 to 20,000? Look, this is not the topic of our today's webinar. We talk about global unit pay. For opening IBAN, do we need to pay? Yes, you do, but there are some commissions depending on the risk level, and different countries have different risk levels. In Europe, it's lower, or Russia or other countries, then the risk profile is higher, the maximum risk profile. And there were some challenges, and therefore the risk profile is the highest. There are three of them: low, medium, and the highest. And Russia is on the list of the high risk profile, and you can open the accounts, but it will be more expensive compared to the citizens or people living in Europe. But at the same time, the positive advantage is that staying at home, you have a unique chance not simply to open and order some cards and open an account and deposit it with cryptocurrencies. They are full-fledged settlement accounts. You will have your own settlement account to accept money from Europe, for instance, and it would be of interest to entrepreneurs. By the way, we have people who already register their companies as their private businesses, and it's a normal standard, because not all the entrepreneurs store their assets as individuals, as there are different tax regimes. There is a question about those who are blocked. All the questions about failure to be verified, please send your login, your email, and your unique ID to the support team, and they will consider you again. Where can I get confirmation of the address in English? A good question. Quite likely you have the mobile banking tool. For instance, any bank, Bank of Russia or any other bank. And you may go to your mobile banking app and order the bank statement, not the extract, but the statement. And there will be your address of residence, and it will be dated by the specific date. So in the mobile banking, you may choose the language. If it is in English, if your statement is in English, so we do have specialists speaking Russian and reading Russian, but if it is in English, it would be faster. And if you don't have the mobile banking, then you may attach the copy of your utilities bill or a copy of your telecom bill. So in different countries, there are different documents to confirm your address of residence. And your address of residence will be the one you can confirm. And if you live in town A, whereas the registration is in town B, then you need to indicate your address as in town B, because in town A, you may not confirm it. Hopefully it's clear. We have questions about CIU price, but it's a different webinar. Global unit pay topics, please. Well, contact the support team in Evorich back office, because all these failures to be verified, we could address them much more quickly via the support team of Evorich, because the support of global unit pay is operational in a different way, and therefore please know before you contact them, read the instructions, read all the guidelines. So these are some simple steps, but many people fail to take them. And we need to consider again and again some applications. So people submit the same passports 5 or 6 times, but if the expiration day is in 3 months, no matter from each angle you take a picture of it, it will not be accepted. There are those partners who say that my leader was verified via ID card, but I'm not. And what should we do? And our specialist waste time on it. Instead of verifying others, we need actually, and to carry out this verification process, we find the leader from India who used his ID, and it turned out that firstly he submitted his ID and it was rejected several times, and eventually that leader submitted the international passport, and eventually he managed to be verified, and it was in Latin alphabet with the special codes included. So there are such situations. You don't know all the details. What other questions do we have? How can we withdraw large amounts of money via our payment system? Those partners doing business with Evorich, you can withdraw your bonuses via the global unit pay payment system. And this is quite a demanding work, legally demanding, to actually arrange everything properly to avoid some legal disputes later on, so that our partners don't face these legal disputes. But to withdraw, you need to top up or to deposit, you need to confirm the source of income. There are partners who deposited 1,100, and they say that this is my contract, employment contract, and this is my salary, and there is the pay leave. So this is the document confirming your salary. If you sold a house or an apartment, you can attach the contract, purchase and sales agreement. So for you to confirm the source of your funding. And moreover, there are such questions. What are your plans how do you plan to spend your money, or what are the reasons for the transfer of money? So you can actually upload this special invoice and attach it. If you have other purposes, then you indicate them, because since we work in a very serious jurisdiction, all these large deposits and top-ups will be scrutinized firstly. And since no one wants the company to be investigated and penalized, such issues are to be taken into consideration fully. Is it late to register now? No, it's quite high time actually. You can do it, because you will have a unique chance to open your account and benefit from the payment system. Invite your partners to buy cards, and it's very easy to do it. What do you need to do? You have the back office, Evorich back office, and you have your own referral links in Evorich company. And every time your prospect registers under your referral link, then he will be registered in the global unit pay system under the email in the Evorich back office. And this way we fully synchronize two databases, and every time the partner makes a purchase of a special card and all those cards in the future, you will get your accruals to the Evorich back office. Is it possible from a virtual card to pay for the elite club? Yes, actually, you can try and give us the feedback. Or maybe there are those who actually affected their payment of the elite club from the virtual card. Please give your feedback. There were some cases when a partner topped up the money to the exchange, bought the cryptocurrency, the price went up, and then this cryptocurrency was transferred to the global unit pay payment system. It's a normal standard, so some coins may go up or go down, and accordingly, if your coins go up, Bitcoin or any other coin, then when you transfer a large amount of money to the Evorich payment system, you confirm that you had coins, you bought them on this date, and the price was so much, and then there were some transactions at the exchange, so you show the history of getting this funding. For those partners who will trade at the exchange of our unit exchange partner company, every time when you earn income, you show your income, where you get it from, and where you get your crypto assets. Is it possible to withdraw money to my account in the USA through our payment system? Yes, you can. You can withdraw either via from the payment system, or you can open your personal account both in on behalf of individual or legal entity and withdraw the money to that account. And there are the only exception is there are some countries where we may not transfer money to, so they are the countries in blacklist, North Korea, Afghanistan, and others. So unfortunately there you cannot make transfers. Do you have any other questions? There is a question about, is the 500 euro for the metal card one time or yearly? So Marshall, explain this. There is a question about the origin of income from the exchange. Can we get the confirmation that the source is your transactions at the exchange? You will show screenshots that you had crypto assets there, and there will be a special form which is called section 3 in Russian to confirm your income, and you detail what you got originally and how you got this. So a full history of your getting this money, and you do it, you top up the money, you deposit the money, real money, and accordingly you have no black money or laundered money generated via terrorism activity. So this anti-money laundering system, when you do confirm that your money is legal, you may use the payment system, and moreover, you may use large amounts of money. And each of you who is a holder of some assets, you may use the payment system as well. And for you, it will be the guarantee of your security. Because why the company decided at some point, this decision at some point, to avoid some negative things that our partners and our partners companies will use some services, and then these services refuse to pay our money back. It happens, and to avoid this situation, actually, for this reason, we decided to create our own payment system, Global Unit Pay. Can I fill out again the questionnaire for individual? If rejected, yes, do it again. But please note that it should be completed in the English language. Even if you live in a country where you use the Latin alphabet, Italy, Spain, for instance, then you should complete it not in the Latin alphabet, but in the English language.
So regarding the quantum system, we will talk about quantum at our next closed meeting. Bitnook company is a crypto exchange. You can look it up on the internet. That was the exchange owned by our partners. Then part of it was sold to the Deutsche Börse. It's a German exchange, and those are the systems that we use. Again, more details will be given at the closed meeting. So there is no possibility, someone says, to move money from the virtual card to the physical bank card. And question mark. Okay, how to remove your account? About account removal, you should write to the Global Unit Pay support service. But let me warn you right away, if for some reason you went through the verification and now you want to delete your account, then please think twice before doing it, because there might be you might not be given a second chance to go through the verification, and it will take you quite some time to do that. So Valentin, could you please tell us, there is a problem with the topping up of the payment system with the Visa debit card. Some of our partners have a similar problem. Is that a Visa problem, or? Because for other purchases, the card goes well. Oh, this is a very good question. So it works well on the other purchases. Yeah, several partners couldn't top up using quantum clearance because either the bank did not allow it through or the quantum clearance system didn't. How it works, every time you make a purchase online, that goods, that product has its own code. And if you want to buy an ice cream online or some kind of a food product, let's say milk, I don't know. So it will be designated food product. The code will be that of a food product. And if you top up your wallet, and this is not just topping up, this is buying crypto assets. Not all of the banks allow such payments, which is the purchase of crypto assets. Although some banks may say that everything works and everything good, but other banks say right away that we don't really trust that company, we will not allow you to make a purchase. Alan, for example, our active partner from Australia, tried to address this issue several times, called his own bank, said, I know it's a risk operation. I did my due diligence. I understand the risks and I want that payment to go through. And only then the bank allowed that payment. And there was another case when partners tried to pay several times, tried to top up their accounts several times. And the system, when you do it often, when you try to top up an account very often, the system considers it as a fraud attack. The system blocks the user for 24 hours, and in 24 hours you can try again, but use the card that you want to actually use. If your card is not accepted and the bank cannot help you, try using other cards. Could you please tell us the prices for metal card, platinum or gold? The price, it was like 500 euros. Is that the price for the entire duration of the card, or it's an annual fee? It's for the entire duration of the bank card, of the card. maybe we missed it out. The card costs money. It's one-off payment, and depending on what kind of card you are buying, gold card, you pay money first to order the card, and then you have like subscription fee. You can pay the subscription fee right away for a year, or you pay smaller amounts every month. But if you pay it for a year, then you pay less in total. If you want to order a card and then pay the maintenance fee, then you pay one-off time, and that's it for the entire duration of the card. And then you will be able to do so when the cards are available in the back office. And those cards are not cheap. They cost money too. For some people, they cost quite a lot too. And of course, people would like to see them first, touch them first. And so do we. So we expected those cards to arrive earlier. So we already saw the pictures of the gold card. Now we're expecting a delivery through DHL with a card with our brand on it. Maybe you might have seen it. On normal, regular cars, you can see the number, the expiry date, and the name of the holder are on the face of the card. Whereas here, on the face of the card, you will have only the logo. So you can pay your bill at a restaurant, and even if they use scanners, they still won't be able to see what's written on the card. So all the details are on the reverse side of the card. So that's kind of cards we're going to have. Well, pictures, they send us in WhatsApp, in a messenger, and they gave us the tracking number to track the delivery. So the duration of the card is 3 years, yes. So we will do our best to tie those cards to Google Pay and Apple Pay too. Okay, guys, I see that we've taken most of the questions. Dear friends, not to take any more of your time, I suggest that those of you who have relevant issues related to the registration, and those of you who are still waiting for their verification since January, please write to the support. Those of you who have your accounts blocked, well, guys, sometimes the accounts are blocked because people identify themselves as politicians, or they have family members who are politicians. Unfortunately, such users cannot be registered in global unit payment system because every country has its own rules. Some people cannot have foreign accounts, for example, in foreign currencies. In this case, a person can open an account in different currencies if they open an account in our system. It means that they open an account in a foreign state overseas, which is prohibited in your own country. So you have to use other payment systems if you're a politician and if the rules are such. Some people say that there are errors. Errors can arise, for example, if you say salary as your income, and for example, you're like a menial worker, some not high paying job, and then you receive $15,000. That sounds suspicious, for example. Or if you say that there won't be more than $15,000 going through your account a month, and then you receive $50,000, here's another red flag. You will be immediately sticking out. And then the system will ask you where the money is from. And you have to mention it in the form when you're filling it in. Like maybe you're a business owner, maybe you have savings. So you have to correctly fill in the form and not just click all the buttons and to go through the filling in procedure as soon as possible. We had a case when there were two brothers filling in the questionnaire. The first brother said that he was a politician, and the second brother said he was not. But if one of the brothers is a politician, then the second brother will be flagged immediately. And we asked him, so what did you do? What do you do? And it turns out he doesn't speak proper English, and he just made a mistake in the form. So because he didn't know what he was filling in. There are cases like that as well. So guys, read the guidelines, read the manual, ask someone to help you out with the English language if you don't speak it properly. Some people want to go through it as fast as soon as possible and then make mistakes. People are asking us like, why the form is taken so long to process the form? Why am I rejected? And then we see that people are writing with Latin letters, but some really strange language. For example, we had cases from Hindi partners who were writing in Hindi, but with Latin letters. How can an AML or KYC officer figure it out? Or Vietnamese, but in Latin language, like in proper language, not proper, but in standard Latin letters. And in Vietnamese. So there are other similar cases. So there is a partner asking about Evorich. Should we indicate Evorich, specify Evorich in the form? No, because you have an agency agreement with them. It's not like you are not an employee. But those people who are employees, and we don't have such people, by the way, then you would have specified Evorich as your employer. But again, we have no such people. So you're just agents. It's not the same as your employment. We have a question from the Italian chat. How much does it cost to open an account for an individual and a legal entity in Global Unit Pay? Guys, in order to go through the registration, verification, and become a user of the system, it doesn't cost anything. It's free for all. If that partner wants to open a settlement account, like a current account, like SEPA or IBAN, to you to be able to move SWIFT money, then you'll have to pay a certain amount of money. And that amount depends on what risk group you are in. Like the lowest risk is Europe, and then United States, and then can be higher further on, can be higher in other countries. There is a question in the Vietnamese room. If I was rejected, can I register and verify again? If I was rejected, I repeat the question. Can I register and verify again? Well, if you were rejected, then you need first to find out why you were rejected, the reason for rejection. If the user was flagged, maybe you were some kind of blacklist or had criminal history, then during the repeated registration, you will still be rejected. We had cases when our partners, leaders too, who did business, tried to register and they had a criminal record. First, they were asked to submit the record of no criminal history, and they didn't want to. They tried to find some ways to bypass. They tried to change their name, to write them in a different way. But nevertheless, they were not simply rejected. The entire account was blocked for them. So no way out. So you need to understand that it is not just not like a sandbox payment system. We're talking about real deal here, real money. And those guys are quite serious. It's not like you send money and then you won't see that money again. No. If you top up your account and the money arrives to your account, and then the system asks you for the source of your money, the money will be sent back if you cannot confirm that source. In addition, what the payment system should do, they will deactivate that person. They won't give them a second chance to send that money. I said the game time is over. And private banks value most their reputation and licenses, because license costs a lot of money and it is very hard to get. In order to receive such a license, you need time, money, efforts, a team, staff, and that needs to meet certain criteria. And this is not easy to do. So in this case, we are in absolutely legal field, and that's what we are asking our partners to do the same. For those, again, one more question, for those partners who received a request for the secondary verification, do so. I mean, it's okay. If you receive the request, do it. But because we had a lot of registrations, new registrations, there were a lot of documents that were submitted not in entirely correct way. That's why the time for the complete verification was so long. And today is the 4th of March already. So we processed all the January application, most of the February applications, but there are still some, items that haven't been yet addressed from the past periods for different reasons. Let me give you an example. For example, you go through the registration in the payment system, you upload your passport, and after that, you upload your documents. And the passport wasn't accepted from the first time. Maybe the picture was low quality, or because of the beard, the system could not recognize the geometry of your face or biometry. And for example, instead of turning your head right and left properly, then another person sits in your place and starts typing in, because a person might not, for example, know how to use the computer, but they need to sit before the camera, and they don't wait for the process to finish, stand up, and another person sits in their place and starts typing, helping them. And the system goes weird, they don't know what's going on. And the person seems to be submitted all the documents, yet the system asks them to submit their documents again. And you remember, if it does it, then you are moved to the back of the line, the back of the queue. So guys, if you have a bad picture or bad camera, I'm sorry, then try to find a better one. Or instead of taking a photo of your passport with a camera, do it with your smartphone and upload it. Valentin, in future, will the dividends be paid through the payment system? Good question. When we talk about our partner company that takes care of the global portfolio, all the bonuses that they're going to pay will be paid using their own special means. But more detail will be given at the closed meeting. Those partners who will go through the registration and verification in the global unit pay, there will be an option for them to withdraw money too. How will it be done? Either inside the payment system, global unit pay, for one type of users. For others who receive their income in cryptocurrency, you will be able to top up global unit pay with crypto, use it, and then withdraw it. I mean, there are many different ways. Those of you who were registered, you see that we have Bitcoin up and running, and also Ethereum is next. Moreover, we will be able to add other coins like USDU or CRU token, utility token. So it's realistic, but then the price will be taken from the exchange or other exchanges so that the information is updated all the time. Valentin, we have a question from the Arabic chat. The partner is writing that he and his team could not go through the verification because of their nationality, and they say Sudan as an example. Yes, look, some countries, some regions cannot yet be registered in the global unit payment system, like Sudan. With Sudan, there was this difficult situation. The United States recognized country as a good country, whereas the Swiss government hasn't yet done it. So For those companies who are in the United States, it's not a problem anymore but in Switzerland, because they use Swiss legislation, they still have this regulation. And also for people who live in Venezuela, Afghanistan, North Korea, Crimea, for them, the registration in the global unit payment system will not be available. Let me tell you right away, this issue had been raised before, and now we are trying to figure out alternative routes, how to help those partners who live in the countries that cannot be registered in global unit pay, for them to be able to participate in our processes that we're calling fintech, financial technical sector. Can we top up global unit pay account using American Express card? Good question. Look, regarding the American cards were accepted. We had a partner whose card was accepted, and then he tried to pay several times in a row, and he was flagged by the fraud monitoring system, and he had to wait for 24 hours. Almost all of the American bank cards are accepted. If American Express was accepted from the first go, it's cool. If the American Express does not allow certain payments using that code, like crypto, for example, has a certain code, try another card. Some systems, they tell us lies. They say that you are buying like vegetables, but in reality, it's cryptocurrency. That's not what we're going to do. This is not entirely correct. We need to be honest here. And if it's crypto, we will codify it as crypto. We will try to find ways out, solutions, but we're never going to tell lies to other banks or processing systems, telling them that we are selling products like smartphones or phones or food products, whereas in reality, we would be doing crypto. If we're doing crypto, we will classify it as crypto. What about African countries? Are they in that blacklist? Oh, guys, regarding the list of countries, I think those questions should be reported to the support service, because we have so many countries on this planet, and I cannot tell you off the top of my head which countries out of the all African countries are in the blacklist. Can I order an additional card for the members of my family using my account in Global and Pay? Yes, you can. You will be able. Could you please tell us, people are writing in the Italian chat, that the technical support is not responding for more than a week, and people saying that they've been waiting for 13 days, they don't know what to do. They're trying to write again, go through the registration, uploading their documents. So what should they do? Wait and hope for the reply? So guys, those partners who received rejections, etc., let us clarify here. It might be the rejection of the registration, so your account will be deactivated completely. So write about it to the support service and clarify the reason for rejection. If the rejection is was done because of the AML procedures, unfortunately, you won't be able to register in the payment system Global Unit Pay. And for those partners who went through the registration but were rejected because of their documents, read the instructions again, see and compare how you filled the documents and how they should have been filled, and what kind of documents you uploaded, for you to upload the documents again and to do it correctly. For those partners who received rejection when they were submitting documents, either the form or address confirmation, and it happened on numerous occasions, they did several times and received rejection several times, your documents will be considered put at the end of the line. We have partners who have been waiting since January. Like we have 7-10 documents. It's like a whole list. It's a long story that is never ending story. So I guess we will need to do some additional clarifications, some detailed manuals for them. Although I think we did our best to explain people.
The problem is that the support team does not respond, and I don't know what to do next. Contact the support team once again, or to try to do something on my own. Look, there was the news that because we had a lot of repeat questions to the support team, we actually made up frequently asked questions. And before you contact the support team, read this frequently asked question. And all those messages not read, they were filtered out. Therefore, if you still have this question, часто задаваемые вопросы. So read this frequently asked question text, and if your answer is not there, then contact the support team once again. An Italian partner is asking, what can I write down if I have double citizenship? No, wait a minute. He is asked to confirm his second citizenship, whereas he has only single citizenship. How should I respond? An interesting question. Quite likely, in the system, they see a similar person with the same name and last name and some other citizenship, so with some bad history. Then you need to confirm with some documents that this is your only citizenship, or you have some other documents to submit that would confirm that you have only one mono citizenship. Yes, they request the information about my second citizenship, whereas I have only one citizenship. Well, then in this case, redirect this question to the support team. So there is the support team of Evorich and Global Unit Pay support team. So for this question, please contact Evorich support team, and it will be included into the list of those deactivated people for them to reconsider. So again, indicate your email, your login, and your unique ID. In the chat, I see that you may by mistake have indicated that you have double citizenship. And this is the reason. There is a question. A partner pressed the button, opened the account of the company, and he was charged some fee. If you want to open an account for a company, so then you need to pay this fee. If you are a self-employed, so then don't press this button, open a company, and you won't be charged a fee. Well, guys, I see that we've run off questions. A partner from Italy. I made some payments in Bitcoin to Global Unit Pay via Coinbase, but for one of the transactions, I received a message that it is rejected. How can I get my money back now? Please send your wallet you sent from, where you sent to, and the number of transaction, the so-called hash, to the Global Unit Pay Support Service. And in case it is stuck somewhere in the Global Unit Pay payment system, the specialist will handle it. If the money is stuck in Global Unit, so in Coinbase, then you should refer to there. So can I withdraw from the physical card using any ATM in any country? Yes, you can, but the commission will depend on the card selected and on the ATM machine you use, because some ATM machines may charge additional commission for withdrawing the money. Can we transfer from virtual cards to other cards, and when this option will be available? Well, we order this online top up, and you can make transfers, and when this option is active, you may transfer to other cards, and you may withdraw to the cards, but it would be of more interest to business processes, to those companies that are registered as companies in the Global Unit Pay. A card will be in your name, it will be personalized. Those who submitted the documents and the application, you can edit it if it is rejected. Otherwise, you may text the support team of the Global Unit Pay payment system, but be mindful that it won't be fast, as we still receive a lot of phone calls and we handle the current cases, and there are a lot of people with some pending status. And look, those who text support team and will say that I want to edit my questionnaire, my application, this option will not be accessible to you immediately. Those who were rejected of any reason, because of any reason, it may happen. And the special officers, trained officers with the special job duties to review the people's profile, and they are liable for this, and they are not obliged to indicate the reason of rejection. And accordingly, if they consider any user, but he is highlighted as the terrorist, and when the inspection comes and he is verified, the company will be fined and the license will be terminated. And these officers will be penalized and fined as well. And they will be strictly liable. So therefore, if rejected, we will consider it, because we are interested to see our partners inside the system. But in case the rejection is because of some fraudulent actions or some other bad history, then some track records, then the system will not verify such users. So you may recommend your family members, your friends to register in our payment system and use it. You may recommend the cards and earn bonuses and privileges under the marketing plan of Evorich. To withdraw to the cards of other countries, for instance, to Indian rupee, you all know the company PayPal. And it is a well-known brand, but in each region they have their own subsidiaries, and it has the license of the central bank of this country, and therefore they may work with the local currencies. And therefore, when we have our own company in India and this company has a license of the central bank of India, then we can work with rupee and open some accounts for everyone in rupee. And the same applies to Russia and all the other countries. We are in the process, and we opt for the open system, our payment system to be global. How many users do we have in the system? Over 30,000 users. And moreover, there are those who were rejected, uh, who were submitted bad documents, did it in a wrong way. We had a lot of different stories, and therefore, every time we improved, we built our capacity, and we train our people. I see that we are run of questions, so the people are leaving gradually our webinar. Therefore, in the end, I want to thank all of you for your time, to thank all of you for reading the manuals, the guidelines, the frequently asked questions. I want to thank our support team, our translators, and all together we do a great job. And we pursue a good mission with the best team, I believe. And we all try to grow and to improve and to do it in the best way possible. And look, this support, if you go to PayPal website, there is no online support, because for such companies with hundreds, millions of users, support team should be like our company, the stock of our company, all our active partners. So there are other tools such as artificial intelligence chat and bots, and we this is our future. So, and therefore, please, I call upon being patient. Those of you who are not verified yet, and it will be available to everyone, the cards, quite soon. So the plastic, gold, and platinum, very cool and great, limitless. So once again, my congratulations to all of us, and I do thank you for your time. Wish you a good day, a good morning, a good evening, or good night. Well, take care and bye bye.
Okay, bye guys. Good evening. Bye bye.